When I spoke to Utah Valley head coach Dan Nielsen, he said it was really a close battle until that fourth quarter. He said one thing we cannot do is get into a shootout with this team, especially the way that the Trailblazers shoot the three. He said it's going to be imperative that we lock down on defense.
Here in Southern Utah, 10-21 overall last year, 5-15 in the WAC. One of the few teams that did not make the conference tournament last year. What's it going to take to get these T-Birds rolling?
We're cooking palichinka. And so can you tell me a little bit about why this dish is so special? How do you feel like your game has developed in year two with this same system?
Of course, you started your college career with your current head coach, Chennis Berry, when he was the head coach over at Benedict College. Why was he such a big believer in your ability that gave you the confidence to go out there and throw for over 2,600 yards this season?
Your pitching staff put up straight zeros. How are they able to go back to that bulldog mentality and get the job done?
So let's set the stage here. It is double overtime. The game is tied. The Wildcats have won 9 games in a row, and Utah Valley is on the road. I'll pause it here as Stafford Collins moves from the paint to the top of the key. And note here that all 5 Utah Valley players are outside the three-point line, which stretches Abilene Christian's defense.
Whew. My goodness, that was tough.
We have Seattle U coming up next. And for the Redhawks, it's been 54 years since they have gone to the NCAA tournament. What is going to be key to breaking this long drought?
I spoke with head coach Todd Witten for Tarleton State coming out of the locker room. He said, look, we're in a good spot. It's just a three-point game, but we have to establish the run. He said, we're not going to go anywhere with this offense if we don't get that run game going.
You guys just came back from a 5-day mission trip to the Dominican Republic. How did this idea come to fruition in terms of the connections that you had down there?
You get your best friend back on the roster in Zoe Nelson. What was it like bringing her to UT Arlington, and how has it been reconnecting like no time's passed?
On this free kick, here's your goalkeeper, and what they're doing is they're setting up this wall. That wall is to cover your near post. The goalkeeper is going to get everything from here to the far post.
Take us through what was going through your mind as you knew that you had one opportunity, and of course you sink the 35-foot jumper.
Unbeaten in their last 10 games.
Utah Valley has one of the best scoring offenses in the nation. Their 48 goals on the year is good for 8th, and they do a really good job spreading the ball. They're 3rd in the nation in assists, and when they get to that attacking 3rd, they finish. California Baptist and their veteran line needs to be on their A game today.
The trajectory of this ball right to the back post, and what this does is that pulls out your Grand Canyon goalkeeper a little bit further into the box and off her line where she's unable to make a play.
Coach Aziz Bandago, back-to-back blocks, then back-to-back dunks. What did he unleash in this second half? Rebounding a huge key right here. Saw several offensive rebounds for Tarleton State. What needs to happen to box out in the second half?
Yeah, some effort on that side of the ball.
Blondo Chiqueño had to move into the point guard position with Dominique Daniels Jr. out. 20 points, 10 assists. How did he put this team on his back tonight? Coach Olson, we talked about it at the half. You had 8 threes. In the second half, just 1 made three-pointer. How did you rely on that inside presence to close this one out?
Well, that was the game plan all along, Kendra. We're just going to make only 1 3-pointer in the second half.